Welcome to ComputerKeyes tutorials. This video will show you how to automate the mailing of a spooled file with KeyesMail. There are a number of different methods for doing this. One is by monitoring an output queue. Spooled files placed into KML out queue will automatically be converted to a mail attachment and emailed. We can look at the KML out queue by using the work out queue command. Now let's open up a sample invoice spooled file. In this example, the recipient email address is already written on the page. KeyesMail can pick this address up and use it for emailing. We can use the unique information coded in the user data field, test invoice 3, to identify the spooled file. From the main menu, we will use item 34 to teach KeyesMail how to process our sample invoice. I've already entered a record for test invoice 3, so I'll open it up now and show you how it's configured. We start with the scan fields. KeyesMail is able to pull information out of the spooled file in specific positions, which we define here. We use the negate symbol, which is available on every 5250 keyboard, as an escape character to define substitution fields. On a PC keyboard, the negate symbol is typically mapped to the left bracket key, just to the right of the P. The first field I've picked up from the invoice is the invoice number. We can determine where it's located on the display spooled file screen. The invoice number is on the first line in the display, but IBM doesn't display any blank lines, so it's actually further down in the spooled file than it appears. We can determine the actual line number of the top line of the display by looking at the top right corner. The first line is line 4. We can see the invoice number starts in column 68 and runs for a length of 5. So I've placed that information into the first scan field. Now let's go find where the email address is located. It's down here, which, if we count, is the 11th line of the display. In order to determine the actual line, we need to move line 11 to the top of the page by typing 11 into the control parameter. The display now starts on line 11, which we can see is actually line 17 of the spooled file. It starts in column 8 and runs for a length of up to 40 characters long. I've placed these values into the second scan field. We provide other methods for getting the recipient's email address as well. For example, you could pass a customer number taken from the spooled file and have our exit program extract the address from your database. But in this case, it was easiest to simply grab it off the page. KeyesMail will automatically burst multi-page spooled files if other pages have different addresses. The address is now automated by typing a negate 2 into the address parameter, and I can use negate 1 anytime I want to refer to the invoice number, as I have done here in the subject line and for the naming of the PDF file attachment. I'll hit page down, and you can see I've already filled out a message using negate 1 in place of the invoice number in the body of the message as well. Now let's go back to our spooled file. We can release it from our output queue, and it will automatically be emailed, after which it returns to a hold status because the spooled file attribute has been set to save after printing. I have access to this test email address, so KeyesMail informs me that a new piece of mail has arrived in my inbox. I've attached this account to Outlook as well, so here's what the inbox looks like in that client. I'll refresh, and there it is. You can see the invoice number written correctly on the subject line and the PDF file name, as well as in the body of the message. And it has indeed arrived at the email address that KeyesMail picked out of the spooled file. Here's the PDF attachment. The whole thing is only 15 kilobytes in size, and the plain spooled file has been automatically transformed by KeyesOverlay into a professional document. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the other videos on our channel, and you can visit us at ComputerKeyes.com.